You are not free. You are a slave to your habits, and the chains are forged by your own repeated choices. You know it. That subtle pull to scroll, to eat what you shouldn't, to lie to yourself with just one more time. It rules you. And the worst part? You pretend you're in control. You whisper to yourself that tomorrow you'll stop. Tomorrow you'll become disciplined. But tomorrow never comes for the undisciplined. It only arrives for the warrior who draws a line in the sand and says, "No more." Marcus Aurelius, writing in the cold, dark hours of a Roman campaign, reminded himself, "You could be good today, but instead you choose tomorrow. You keep feeding the beast you hate. Every bad habit is a master, and every repetition is a vote for its power over your soul." The Stoics did not beg the world to make them better. They carved virtue out of discomfort, like shaping marble with fire and steel. Epictetus, born a slave and later revered as a teacher of kings, taught one core truth: no man is free who is not master of himself. If your hand twitches toward the thing that weakens you, that is not freedom. If your mind obeys the lowest impulse without resistance, that is not choice, it is submission. You are not here to be soft. You are not here to be indulged. You are here to master the battlefield within, to stand guard at the gates of your own mind. And that requires discipline, not the hollow, performative kind, but the relentless, silent kind that bleeds in private and triumphs in public. Self-discipline is not punishment, it is liberation. It is the willful rejection of the lesser self. It is you dragging the darker parts of your nature into the light and saying, "I own you." Because if you don't kill your bad habits, they will kill your potential. They are subtle assassins, cloaked in pleasure and ease, promising comfort while they sharpen the blade of regret. How many dreams have died, not from violence, but from distraction? How many lives have been wasted in the small, daily surrender to convenience? Seneca wrote, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality." That includes the fantasy that you need to wait to begin, that you must feel ready. Begin now. Feel the resistance, the discomfort, the hunger, and move anyway. That is the root of discipline, action in the face of aversion. And each time you act, each time you override the old pattern, you drive a wedge into the habit's control. Not all at once, but with repetition, precision, resolve. William Irvine spoke of the trichotomy of control, teaching us to focus only on what we can truly govern: our thoughts, our choices, our actions. Your habits are built on choices, so choose again. Choose with fire, choose with fury. You say you're tired of failing yourself? Then stop tolerating your own excuses. They are lies wrapped in comfort. You don't need motivation. You need standards. You don't need more time. You need the spine to make use of the time you already waste. The Stoic doesn't complain about how hard it is. They sharpen their will against the difficulty. The Stoic welcomes adversity because they know it is a forge. And in that forge, the weak are melted, but the strong are made. Look at your life. What habits weaken you? Be honest. Name them. They are the thieves of your destiny, and you are letting them live rent-free in your soul. Discipline is eviction. Discipline is exile. Discipline is the declaration that your future is not negotiable. There is no neutrality. You are either building virtue or feeding vice. Every moment, every action. The man who waits for perfect conditions dies without ever taking the first step. You don't need to feel like it. You need to decide. Discipline doesn't care about your mood. It demands obedience to something higher, your own damn standards. Remember when Marcus said, "At dawn, when you have trouble getting out of bed, Tell yourself, I have to go to work as a human being. That's the mindset. Not as a worker, not as a cog, but as a human being devoted to excellence. That means rising above impulse. That means doing the right thing even when the wrong thing feels easier, especially then. The world won't hand you discipline. It must be seized day after day in the silence of your own decisions. No fanfare, no applause, just you against you. Are you willing to wage that war? Or will you kneel once more before the idols of pleasure and ease? Because make no mistake, comfort is a slow death. Discipline is pain, yes, but it is the pain of growth, the pain of pruning what no longer serves. It is the pain of breaking chains. The Stoic path is not easy, but it is the only path worth walking. And at the end of it, there is a manner woman who does not flinch in the face of temptation, who does not stumble in the presence of hardship, who does not betray themselves in the quiet hours. That person is forged through discipline, through 1,000 refusals, through the calm, ruthless execution of values, not feelings. So ask yourself, what have you tolerated for too long? What weakness have you fed with your own hand? And what would your life look like if you were done tolerating it? You already know the answer. The only question is, will you do what needs to be done? Or will you keep making peace with the habits that are slowly killing you? The Stoics would say, act. Strip the weakness from your nature with the blade of reason. Choose the hard road. Choose the uphill climb. Because every step you take in defiance of your former self is a step toward freedom. And freedom, real freedom, is not the absence of restraint, it is the presence of mastery.